April 1974, Florida's Tampa Bay area is awarded the National Football League's 27th franchise. 7 months later, Hugh Culverhouse, a Jacksonville attorney and real estate investor, becomes owner of the new franchise. In February of 1975, the official team name is announced as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Orange, white, and red, its colors. Ground is broken for the expansion of Tampa Stadium to 72,000 seats in July of 1975. And in October, John McKay is named head coach and vice president. One Buccaneer place becomes the new home of the Bucs in June of 1976. And finally, early in July, the new training and office complex is ready to receive its first professional football team. Preparations are made to feed, house, and clothe over 90 veterans, free agents, and rookies. It is a tedious yet necessary and expensive operation. In the equipment room alone, the Buccaneers spend over $250,000. But a football team takes its character from its people. And only when 40 men take the field for the first time as members of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will the birth of the Bucs be complete. John McKay was one of the most successful college coaches in history. At the University of Southern California, his Trojan teams won an incredible 75% of their games, and McKay is one of only 3 college coaches to ever win 4 national championships. But all that is behind him. Ahead lies a new challenge. McKay begins his tenure with 20 untested draft choices, 37 players gleaned in the veteran allocation draft, and 40 free agents. And by the time training camp concludes, 125 players will have been through the Buccaneer summer session. It is not the most gifted talent pool, and a typical expansion team season is foretold by the experts.
Let's see if we prove the experts wrong. You have been challenged with the fact that you're not the best football players physically. I don't believe that. It bothers me that they have picked us to be the worst team in football because what they're doing now is challenging your physical and your mental capacity and my ability to coach. Now this hurts me. Second worst team, I could stand it, but not the worst team. Now you all have roommates, or most of you have roommates, and your roommate can be your best buddy and your worst enemy. Because you have to determine in your mind how fast does he learn. And you say, well, I want to look at my book. And you say, oh, you don't have to look at that book. Don't worry about that. We've got that down cold. Well, you see, he's talking about we. That's him and you who are going to get cut. So he outwits you. And when you come in and say, well, I've got to leave town, he usually get up and say, I'll see you. And he'll agree with you if you say, well, the coach didn't give you a chance. See, yeah, the coach didn't give you a chance. See you. And you're still gone, see. So don't let that happen to you. Now, in the book, I hope you all read my message because that's about the last message you're going to get from me. I don't believe, as I said in that book, that I should do a lot of talking. I think that some coaches actually talk their way out of football. And I've been in it for 27 years, and I'm still getting paid. Not a hell of a lot, but I'm still getting paid. Well, don't believe what you read in the paper, fellas, but if you do need some money, let me know. You will find out I am the least talking coach in America. If a guy's real good, I don't bother him. I might give some tips to you, like run faster or something like that someday, or catch the ball without a way to go, or watch the draw, 3rd and 27, obvious things. It's to you, it's to you. You're gonna run the curl, and you're gonna hustle. It's all right. You had a catcher's mitt, you had to cut it. Put down, I'll change this drill. This looks like a fire drill in a 3rd grade school. I don't think anybody's going to make the Olympic team on this squad at this time.
True to his word, John McKay says little on the practice field. The development of the Bucs as football players is left to his hand-picked coaching staff.
If that was O.J. Simpson, or a great running back in the NFL, the super back, there's no anywhere you're going to tell me the defensive back, I'm going to run after this man full speed. Don't have any base at all, get my feet like this, and tackle his dummy going like that. You can't do it. We won't do it here. Come here, get a base, set, and throw for the sky and wrap it up. When you come in here, the most important thing is here that you sink your shoulder hard, stick your head in under here, and get your power line and get a hit. Don't finesse it. You got to have some muscle.
John, come back again. Come back again now. You're thinking boom and first step, and then we can come on.
Hut. Work your way through it.
Now you got to take more through it than that. Fight it. Boom. Get up and under those armpits. That's good.
So every time you come out of a break, you should be down in a football position to catch the ball here, or go up to get it, or move inside, or move outside.
And figure we're depending on you never to let this guy inside, but we don't want you to go to fall in love with him either. He takes a step down, go down. You're going to push him off, now come back. You know something's wrong. Hell, this is no man's land. This is like a war down here. This is how Custer felt when he was on defense down there in the goal line. All them Indians coming after him. Come on, Timmy, take your turn. You can throw up on a machine, you won't hurt it. This is the difference between winning and losing. When you're throwing up, we go stop the game.
I'll tell you what, guys, I've been on a football field a long time. A long time. And I'll tell you what, it was the worst day that I have ever had on a football field. As far as your intensity, as far as your desire, as far as your knowledge, and as far as caring what you do. And I'll tell you what, guys, Coach McKay won't stand for the best player or even the worst player to loaf on the practice field. If you don't give 100% out here, you're going to be gone. You will be gone. You will cut yourself.
Under the scrutinizing gaze of the Buccaneer assistant coaches, improvements are made and Buck training camp settles into the pleasing rhythm of work well done.
Come on, Earl. Good. You want to run through it, Earl. That's good, Bill. Open. All right. That's better. All right.
That's it.
Good. That's it. Good. That's better. Good. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Had a first week and the Messiah did not let it rain on you. From now on, you're on your own. First team in the history that ever practiced here a week and it didn't rain. But I can't hold it off anymore. Now tomorrow, we'll have a brunch at 10:30. There'll be no wake up at 10:30. Curfew tonight is at midnight. You'll have dinner and meet for the meetings at 7 to 8 o'clock. And you're free from 8 to 12, which is a time enough to do most anything. Yeah!
At the Buck camp, time enough to do most anything connotes several things. To a veteran, it means time to rest, to recuperate, to put your body back together. To a young free agent, it means time to drive your body even further, to push it to the limit, to prove you can cut it in the NFL. At no time is the separation of young and old more evident than after hours. Alan Pittman is a 24-year-old free agent. For him and fellow free agent John Wilson, time enough to do most anything means time spent studying a playbook. While for a 10-year veteran like Mike Current, formerly of the Denver Broncos, and two-year Super Bowler Dave Revis from the Steelers, there is time enough for anything but football.
Think we might have to go out tonight?
We should. I gotta meet that blonde chick at the Holiday Inn. That waitress, unbelievable.
Right, C-15 trap. What do you do?
I'm on the left, 15 trap is coming to
Who are
me.
you, man? What's your assignment?
I'm going out getting an in man on line of scrimmage.
Right.
I'll tell you, if you ain't give us a day off soon, I'm gonna die. I'm getting too old for this stuff.
You are an old man now, huh?
What's been the toughest thing for you? The book?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You think you sit around every night and try to get it down.
Really?
Shoot, without the book, we probably won't make the team.
I just want to stand in the middle of the field after we beat Denver and just put my arms above my head and then let me be struck by a bolt of lightning and kill me right there, right in the middle of Mile High Stadium.
Every day after practice, the rains come, adding to the mind-bending sameness of summer camp. Even the weather seems scheduled. The highly structured life can wilt a man as easily as the physical demands, and each Buccaneer can feel a case of the summer camp blues coming on. As two-a-days continue, the daily grind begins to tax the will of each player. The repetitive routines make practice a drudgery, and it's a challenge just to make it through the day. The most devastating sameness is the oppressive heat. During 4 hours of practice in 90-degree temperatures, players will lose up to 15 pounds, burn over 6,500 calories, and the team will imbibe 100 gallons of fluid. With bodies drained of energy, evening meetings extract the final toll on the minds. It makes one wonder why they do it. Why does a long shot like John Wilson do it? 2 years away from the game, have begun to erode his skills. But perhaps an even greater indictment is his difficulty in learning the plays.
Well, I know I'm not doing too good as far as mental, but I think you're taking me along a little slow because I'm a little slow in learning, but I can learn. The hardest thing, it has to be the mental aspect. I study a lot. I'm trying. I'm about got it down now, just about.
For those players who haven't mastered the mental or physical demands, the consequences are quick and final. Many will be cut before the first exhibition game. Their destinies determined at evening coaches' meetings where the day's work is evaluated.
Well, Phil, but what about the offensive backs?
Well, I noticed a real improvement in assignments today, and as Jerry says, quite attentive in the meeting. I think the technique's coming. The blocking improved quite a bit in our drill with the linebackers. One boy is having some problems out there, as you know, John Wilson, coach.
He seems to be a slow learner.
He hasn't played football for a couple of years after he left the University of Illinois, and may have lost a little bit.
I think we're going to have to cut him because Moore will also be in camp with Hartmore and Carter will. That should be the three, and Pittman, I think, should be the fourth tailback at this time. So we'll probably have to give him the news. We're going to have to let him go. Well, I'll call him in and tell him, and he'll have to be sent home. We're going to have to let you go. But I think you've worked real hard, Johnny, on it and things. But I think there's 2 or 3 guys that haven't played as much. in the last year or two, and I think it's tough to come back, you know. I think you've lost some of your speed. Do you feel like you've lost some of your speed?
Well, no, not really, but like a groin muscle went kind of bad on me, in my left leg. I don't feel like I've lost any of it. If I can get back in
good shape, yeah. Well, why don't you, when you go on home, we'll have to put you on waivers, but if nobody picks you up, why don't you just work out every day? If you're not in shape to show the coach, he has no idea of your ability because you hadn't seen you before. Okay?
Sure.
Thanks, John.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Wish y'all the luck this year.
Well, thank you, Donnie.
Shoot, as soon as I got all my plays down and everything, I get axed. I didn't even get a chance to meet half the fellas on the team, you know. I called my granddad, you know. I told him, I said, Daddy, could you come get me? Because I just got cut. And he got all nervous there. I guess he thought I really got cut with a knife or something, you know. I said, nah, not with a knife. I just got cut off the team. You know. I tell how he was acting, you know.
What did he say? Oh, you hurt?
No, first he said, you got what? You know, well, I'm going to go back home. I have a restaurant and keep working out because Mr. McKay told me that I should try to stay in shape. Because I still think I can make it somewhere.
Okay, buddy.
All right, man. So I'll see you later.
Yeah, you take it easy. You know, take it easy.
And you hold it down and don't forget them plays. They're going to be putting some more in there. And I want to hear something about you now.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Really.
John Wilson's pro football career has come to an end. But for those who stay, the work intensifies as the players prepare for the Bucs' first exhibition game.
Come on, head up. Yeah, Pete. Just stay lower, though. Stay low. Atta boy. Make it all one motion. Good job. Blaze it. All right. Good job. Atta boy. Stay low. Blaze it, Jimmy. Come on. Blaze it. Hit. Take it down. Take. Down. All right. Down. All leg drive. This is how you get to the passer. Not with all your head button and hit. Down. Come on, let's go, Bubba. You and I one time, huh? Hit. I'm gonna dig it, Bubba. Dig it. Good work. Come on, get in here, somebody. Hit. Hit.
After 4 weeks, the first test of the Bucs as a team arrives. Just how far they have come will be determined in their first game ever as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It will be a stern test.
If I win this game, or we win this game, I'll be the most amazed person on the sidelines. We always win with the anticipation of winning, but we know our task here, and our task against the Rams is to find out who else is going to play the rest of the season for us, to use a lot of people. Of course, going back to my hometown, and it'll be an unusual thing, I guess, but I'm fully prepared to meet my maker.
All right, everybody sit down. Now, let's everybody sit down. Stay up here with me, Louie. Back up, fellas. Back up, please, so we can see.
Is there any way that we can get these people to sit down? This is unbelievable. If I don't get them down, I will cut them, baby, so they'll be down. Please.
John McKay's problems on the sideline are nothing in comparison to the Bucs' problems on the field. The Buc offense is mired in first-game mistakes, while the inexperienced Tampa Bay defense can't seem to stop anything.
You can't stop a pass or a run. Otherwise, we're in great shape. I've never seen such poor tackling. Come on, knock somebody. Hey, what's wrong with playing Mon in the game? He tackles. Huh? We got all these old pros. Nobody tackles. What's your other linebacker? Cooper? Get him in the game. Get in there. He's got to be twice as good as that guy. He's only got one chance to make his football team, and he acts like he's got it made. He ain't got nothing made. Gentlemen, are you going to put your big man in, or are you going to stand here? We're trying to get the ball to keep it about a week. How the hell are you going to get knocked back? Well, these guys are almost gutless, and the ones that aren't that are brainless. I guarantee you next week you'll stay back, because every guy up here is going to cost $500. Bunch of UCLA rejects beating you. Now Oliver's in there blocking us. He hadn't blocked a guy in 12 years. Woo! Getting a bunch of... If they were any slower, there'd have to be two teams. Some of the backs must run 127 minutes, and we can't tackle them. The last drive, they had to go 70 yards, and we missed tackles right on down the field. Now, that's all we ask you. That isn't a hard thing to do, tackle. Let's get out there and tackle the second half. We do get the ball to start the second half. The people in that second part of the wedge, that is a blocking wedge. That is not a pass protection wedge. If we'll block up through there, Carl or Donnie can go all the way. Now, let's go on out and warm up. Let's get going. I'll tell you, to my seeing things out there, that's the worst tackle I've ever seen. All right, what's it going to be?
Yep.
Three wide receivers, come on, come on. You tell those people up there to start giving us some information or go eat a hot dog or something. Would you please ask these people to stand back? Everybody stand. And the next time everybody is sitting on a bench or I'll run every to Green Bay. There are a hell of a lot of careers going in Monday.
Coach, what do you think of your professional debut? What's it like in the professional ranks? Anything special?
No, I was beat 51-0 in the college ranks. It's the same thing. We were unaggressive, we did out-hustle, and we were uninspired. I thought we would at least be aggressive and hustle, and we didn't.
We had to scramble out of there quite a bit, a lot of sacks.
Well, we didn't block, no. But we made up for it by not tackling.
Seriously, did you find it a challenge taking over an expansion team?
Oh, yeah, we were having a good time trying to do it, and we'll get it done, but we're not ready to play the Los Angeles Rams at this time.
Any radical difference to go all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast and the sea?
3-hour time change. That's about it. No, the people back there have been very nice. Very nice. That was up till tonight.
As John McKay and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers discover, the people back there love them. Over 71,000 turn out to witness the Bucs' first home game ever against the arch-rival Miami Dolphins. The welcome they receive is conclusive proof that while winning they have to wait, as the 27th franchise in the National Football League, the birth of the Bucs is a smashing success.
The owner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Thank you, Ray. May I say that we're here for one reason and one reason only. That's to bring the fans great professional football. Coach McKay and Ron Wolf, their entire staff, are dedicated to giving you a winning team.